8 secrets to make you rich on minimum wage. How to make a living on a low salary. The good news is that you can make a lot of money on a minimum wage job. I'd like to dispel a prevalent misconception that accumulating wealth requires a big income. It is true that having more money makes things easier. But this is only true if the money is used wisely. If you watch the news, you've certainly heard about a few wealthy people who went bankrupt due to terrible spending habits. Building money and riches is largely determined by your ability to save and invest, which is why in today's Wisdom Prodigy video, I'll discuss a few methods you can build wealth while working a minimum wage job. To begin with, accumulating money entails earning more than you consume and putting the difference aside. And while building money on a low income is exceedingly challenging, it is possible with a few changes. Invest, no matter how little, is the first. Investing isn't easy on a minimal wage, especially if you're just starting out. Even before you consider investing, there are a slew of expenses to consider, including utilities, food, housing, transportation, and health. And these costs tend to eat up a significant portion of your earnings. With a modest wage and a large portion of it going toward basic requirements, there isn't much left over for investment, but even a small amount helps. When you put money aside for a long length of time, even if it's a tiny amount, it might add up to a significant sum. Compound interest is at the heart of investing success in generating wealth. This is when your money in your account earns interest, increasing the quantity of money in your account year after year. And in order to invest your money, you must first set aside some funds particularly for this purpose. It is totally up to you how much money you set aside for investment, but the more the better. This isn't to say that you can't do it on a shoestring budget. Before you invest in anything, do some research and figure out where you want to put your money. Once you've made your decision, it's always a good idea to keep track of your investments in case you need to adjust what you're doing or put additional money into it. Now that you know the importance of investing, let's talk about why you should start early. The sooner you start putting your money to work, the less you'll have to save each month to reach your goals. A common trait among people is that we like to procrastinate. We constantly put things off, like finding our dream job, saving for retirement, and certain lifestyle changes, because we think we have all the time in the world. But for a low-income earner, one of the most powerful assets for wealth building is time. And you must make the most of the time you have. Don't postpone things or spend aimlessly because you think you have months or years ahead of you to build wealth. And don't make the mistake of thinking that you don't earn enough money to save, or that retirement is too far away. Even the little you save adds up in the long run. So, regardless of age or how much you earn, now is the time to start saving. Waiting even a few months means a delay or significantly less money that goes towards your financial goals. You may not earn a lot of money as you begin your career, but there's one thing you have to your advantage, and that's time. With time on your side, saving becomes a more pleasant and exciting prospect. Number 3, embrace frugality. People tend to misinterpret what frugality means, but all it means is being intentional with your spending and how you manage your money. One of the main reasons why many people aren't rich is not because they aren't making enough, but because they don't know how to keep it. Frugality helps you differentiate between your needs and your wants, so that you can avoid spending on unnecessary things. Aside from that, frugality is believed to be one of the fastest ways to achieve financial independence and may even allow one to retire early. When on a low income, you have to be diligent in the way you save money so as to grow your wealth. But being frugal doesn't mean your life has to be boring. Sadly, this is how many people view it. You see, it's possible to balance living a good life and saving money. And while earning a low income, your path to riches may require you to be financially responsible, but you can still have fun and enjoy life. Number 4, cutting expenses. It's not as simple as it sounds to figure out how to minimize spending because you may not even be aware of where you're overspending. And quitting this long-term habit may be difficult. There are, however, strategies to cut your spending so you can put more money toward your goals and less toward products that don't improve your life or your long-term financial status. You'll be more effective in saving for large things if you reduce your outflow and allocate more money to financial goals, so you may expand your net worth and generate genuine wealth over time. It may be time to cut back if your expenses are so high that you are unable to save as much as you would want. Determine which non-essentials, such as eating out and entertainment, you can cut back on. You can also save money on fixed monthly bills such as cable and phone service. You may save even more money by canceling services you no longer use, eating out less regularly, and giving yourself a grace period before purchasing anything you want. Number 5, Get smart goals. Goals are beneficial for a number of reasons, like how they set out a detailed path to your success and reduce any time wasted trying to achieve your financial goals. And another thing is that they serve as motivation. One way of increasing your chances of achieving your goals is by using the SMART goal framework. This requires you to be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. When you have a goal that satisfies these 5 elements, you're more likely to achieve it. The idea of financial goal setting is to decide precisely what you want. Goals should be set and monitored or tracked closely because things can and do change. They can be long-term or short-term. Setting short-term and long-term financial goals is an important step towards becoming financially secure. If you aren't working toward anything specific, you're likely to spend more than you should. You'll then come up short when you need money for unexpected bills, not to mention when you want to retire. Thinking ahead gives you a chance to work through things that could happen and do your best to prepare for them. This should be an ongoing process so you can shape your life and goals to fit the changes that will inevitably come. Annual financial planning allows you to formally review your goals, update them, and review your progress since the previous year. If you've never set goals before, take the opportunity to formulate them so you can stand on firm financial footing. Number 6. Create and stick to a budget. Everyone, whether they make millions or a modest wage, requires a budget. You'll need to be even more precise in your budgeting if you're on a minimum wage because you have less money and can't afford to waste any. Budgets are useful because they allow you to track your progress toward your set goals. Apart from that, establishing a budget provides you a sense of financial control, which lessens the stress associated with money management. Finally, incorporating your income and expenses into your budget forces you to stay aware of your financial condition, allowing you to make more financially sensible decisions. Budgeting may appear to be more work than it is worth, yet it can actually help you save more money. A budget is essential because it clears your thoughts and allows you to understand where your money is going. If you don't have a plan for your money, it's quite easy to squander it. Instead of saving what's left over each month, you can include your savings goals in your budget and stick to them. Number 7. Eliminate high-interest debt. Aside from overspending, having to deal with debt payments every month becomes a huge hindrance when you're trying to become wealthy on a low salary. Some of the interest you have to pay is reasonable, such as the interest on your mortgage or student loans. But there are other forms of interest that can be avoided, leaving you with cash you can use to invest and ultimately grow your wealth. The first thing to do is to find the root cause of your debts and follow the necessary steps to eliminate them. Paying it off will lower your stress levels and allow you to have money to put towards something worthwhile. When you're trying to change your financial lifestyle, think of all the money you can save when you stop paying high-interest fees. Being in debt can be really stressful, having to worry over how you're going to pay the bills and save at the same time. Stress over finances can make it even harder to save, budget, or simply write a shopping list that you can stick to. It's important to dig your way out of debt, as having more income freed up boosts your confidence and creates better opportunities for you to save for a better future. Number 8. Supplement your salary. Whether you want to prepare for retirement, pay off debt, or have additional spending cash, supplemental income can help you achieve your financial goals faster. Supplemental income refers to money that's earned in addition to your usual income. As noted previously, it's feasible to become rich on a minimum income, but it will take quite a considerable length of time. Luckily, for individuals who aren't so patient, there are ways to speed up the process. One of them being having more than one stream of income. Additional income can be generated through your company through bonuses, overtime, back pay, and commissions. Although supplemental income normally comes from discovering easy ways to make extra cash outside of your main employment, this could take any form, such as doing freelance work, having a part-time job, or starting your own business. Funds from these streams of income can help you pay off your obligations and expenses, ultimately boosting your income and shortening the time it'll take for you to attain your financial goals. There are many methods to generate cash on the side, no matter your abilities or background. Regardless of the method you take, you may provide your budget a solid buffer and improve your financial situation much faster. That's it for today, and I hope these tips help you out. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.